Good design is all about solving problems. A design which is indeed good has that wow factor, which makes the services more appealing and the products more desirable to the users. So now the question is, how do you create a strategy for ensuring continuity of innovation and creativity for your organization? That is where design thinking comes. Hello everyone, this is Sean from Ideate, and today we are going to talk about how the concept of design thinking works. Did you know that when the design principles are applied to innovation and strategy, the success rate of innovation dramatically increases? With time, the design has evolved beyond just making objects due to remarkable success of the design-led companies. Different business organizations now want to think like designers and apply various unique design principles in the workplace itself. Design thinking today is the core of effective strategy development, ensuring organizational success. Let us see what design thinking is all about. Design thinking is a kind of framework which is used by the designers for solving various complex problems. This type of methodology has successfully provided the desirable solutions to the clients. Design thinking draws upon the imagination, logic, intuition, and systematic reasoning for exploring all the possibilities. These possibilities create the desired outcome that benefit the customers. So how the techniques of design thinking is different from the technique of traditional problem solving? The traditional technique of problem solving is quite straightforward. It is not as innovative, flexible, or even effective unlike the design thinking method. This is the first major difference between the two. The traditional problem solving method is very much scientific. It picks up a problem, defines the steps, and provides a tool to reaching out to the solution. Whereas the design thinking, instead of starting with a problem, begins with an observation. Design thinking strategy is well informed by a deeper understanding of the context of the problem rather than just the problem. And design thinking is based on some major principles which, once you have a clear idea of, will be easy for you to implement for your businesses too. There are top 5 principles I am going to tell you about design thinking. The first principle is to understand your audience. You need to empathize with your audience first. Empathizing involves understanding the values, beliefs, and needs which make your audience tick. It involves a deeper agreement and observation of your audience. The second principle is to define or to establish a valid point of view. Once you have identified the audience, it is time to process what you have observed or learned from your audience. Compile them into insights and patterns. Define the challenges that you are facing and directly move towards the solution. What does all this information that you have collected say about your audience and their requirements? In the design thinking technique, this process is described as establishing a point of view. A point of view, or POV, is a statement which sums up the insights that you have accumulated from your audience. This ultimately helps you in clarifying the audience's needs. The solutions which you eventually come up with will be informed by this POV. Now it's time for you to ideate. The third principle is to ideate and focus on all the possible solutions. The point here is not just to take out the good ideas and separate the bad ones, but the point here is to bring out as many possible ideas as you can. This is a kind of brainstorming process which is highly participatory and collaborative. The fourth principle is to prototype. By prototype, I mean here is to try multiple solutions. Although the ideate stage that I discussed as the third principle should produce multiple solutions at the prototype stage, Your goal is to put the best ones for testing. A prototype can be anything, right from scribbling down the notes to an interactive digital activity. The process of building a prototype will help in clarifying the problem. This process would also offer newer insights or solutions that you didn't think before. The last and final stage is to go for the testing of the solution that you have found for your audience. Testing helps you learn more about your possible solutions and more about your audience, of course. It depends on how your testing plans work out. It may lead back to any of those 4 previous principal stages that I have discussed all this while. You may discover that you didn't define the problem correctly, or fail to understand your audience, and therefore you need to go all the way back to the first principle. Or you might just require to define the prototype a bit. Most likely the process of testing will help you to develop advanced prototypes. Offering multiple prototypes for users to compare is another useful technique. Always keep in mind that creativity is central to the design process. As design thinkers, you should rely on your customers' insights. These insights are gained from real-world experiments and not just market or historical data research. The goal of improving lives is one of the most crucial endpoints to the process of design thinking. In fact, it's what design thinking is all about. Finding fresh, creative solutions to the problems, but in a way that puts people and their requirements first. So to summarize, today I have discussed the concept of design thinking. I told you the difference between the traditional problem solving and the design thinking technique. And I have discussed the 5 most important principles of design thinking which are crucial to the organization's success. If you are not yet using a design thinking approach for problem solving, this is high time you consider this and see how effective this is. Please share this video with any of your friends or colleagues who are working on product creation or can leverage the concept of design thinking in their product journey. If you have any other strategies or solutions to design thinking, I want to know about it. Please share your ideas with me or with our audience in the comment section. Let us know how you think about it and what worked for you. If you are an entrepreneur, startup, businessman, or someone associated with the tech industry, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We discuss a lot about problems startups and entrepreneurs face and what are the best ways to deal with them. Please like and share this video and spread the message. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon.